Hello, my name is Brian Gans. I'm President and CEO of Security Devices International, also known as Byrna. I'd like to congratulate you on being the proud owner of a new Byrna HD personal security device. I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to explain the features and benefits of the Byrna and demonstrate how it's used. We developed the Byrna to fill a void in the market between current personal security devices like pepper spray and mace, which are designed to operate at close range, and lethal weapons, such as a firearm. The Byrna HD, which you can see here, fires chemical irritant projectiles accurate up to 60 feet, which are able to disarm, disorient, and disable an attacker, giving you several minutes to get out of harm's way. All right, so this is the Byrna kit. Let's take a look at what comes inside the kit. It comes in a beautiful EVA case, which is easy for traveling. And as you can see, inside the kit comes the Byrna itself. This one is in desert tan, although it also comes in a safety orange, as well as a midnight black. I personally prefer the desert tan. It comes with 2 CO2 cartridges. It comes with 3 vials of ammunition. The first vial is a hard plastic round. The second vial is an inert powder. And the third vial is a self-defense round, either a Byrna Black, which is OC, CS, and PAVA, or in some states where CS is not allowed, 100% OC. And it comes with 1 extra magazine. So I'd like to talk about the features and benefits of your new Byrna HD launcher. The first thing you're going to notice is that it has an overmolded grip. It's a very, very comfortable weapon to hold. You'll see that the overmolded grip is extremely ergonomic. The other thing that comes is apparent immediately is the ambidextrous safety. So there's a safety on both sides of the launcher. I happen to be right-handed, so it's very easy for me to turn the safety on and off without taking my hand off the grip. It also comes with a magazine eject button on this side. And one of the things you'll notice is there's a ball indicator right here. This is telling us that there is a round in the chamber. If I take the magazine out, the round remains in the chamber, and you can see that with the ball indicator. It's very important to remove the round from the chamber just as you would with a real firearm. So by putting your hand underneath the grip and pressing on the ball indicator, you can remove the ball from the chamber, which can be easily reinserted into the mag. The launcher also comes with an accessories rail, also known as a Picatinny rail. This allows us to mount a flashlight or a Crimson Trace laser or any other brand laser. You'll see on this orange Byrna, I already have a Crimson Trace laser mounted. It's very easy to access. With my hand on the grip, I can turn on the laser without removing my hand from the grip. So what I'd like to do now is to show everyone, to demonstrate how to load the magazine, how to load the CO2 canister into the Byrna, and then after firing the Byrna, how to unload a spent CO2 canister. So the first thing to notice is that on the bottom of the magazine, it will either be black or orange. So if we look here, we'll see a magazine with orange on the bottom. What this is telling us is that this has live rounds. And we've provided everybody with 2 magazines, one with a black bottom and one with an orange bottom, so that you can put live rounds in the magazine with an orange bottom and know that you have live rounds without having to take the magazine out. So we are not going to be loading live rounds now. We'll load inert rounds. So we'll remove the magazine. The inert rounds are white and green, and 5 of them come with your Byrna kit. So if I remove the cap to this, I can take out the 5 Byrna rounds. They go in easily with a very little pressure into the magazine. 3, 4, 5. Now that my magazine is loaded, and you'll see that there's a ball indicator on the magazine. When the orange indicator is at the bottom, you know that your magazine is fully loaded with 5 rounds. I can put the magazine into the Byrna, and you'll see that there is now a projectile in the chamber because the ball indicator is raised. With the launcher on safety, we can remove the CO2 cap. So I'll use a spare canister here to simply open this up. It takes a few turns before I can to loosen it up before I can remove the CO2 cap with my hand. Okay. This one already has an unpunctured CO2 canister in it. I'll put the canister into the Byrna. Again, tighten up the CO2 cap by hand as much as I can, and then tighten it finally with the Allen wrench on the bottom of the magazine. My Byrna is now loaded and ready to go. It can stay in this state indefinitely because the CO2 canister has not been punctured. So if you wanted to leave this in your nightstand, if you wanted to leave this in your glove box or in your console of your car, you could do this for an indefinite period of time, and when you pulled the trigger for the first time, it would fire the projectile. So there's 2 ways of doing this. One is to simply leave it like this, and then when you're ready to fire, put the safety down, and if you pull the trigger now, it would expel the projectile. The other way to fire it is to puncture the CO2 cartridge without expelling a projectile. And you can do this when it is in the safety mode. So with the safety on, if I pull the trigger, I've now punctured the CO2 cartridge, but I've not ejected a projectile. Now if I pull the safety into the fire position, I can fire the launcher. Okay. I've now expelled my magazine. You can fire several magazines with a single CO2 cartridge. But for purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to remove a spent CO2 cartridge. Again, put the launcher in the safety position. Because the CO2 cartridge still has a gas in the canister, we want to remove the cap slowly. And you'll hear the gas escape. So very slowly, I'll start to remove the, and we'll let it degas. Once it's degassed, you can remove the cap the rest of the way. The cartridge is now spent, and you can discard this appropriately. And the launcher is safe to be put away. So it is very easy to load the CO2 canisters, to remove a spent CO2 canister. And again, you have 2 options once you put the CO2 canister in. You can leave it unpunctured for an extended period of time so that it's always ready to fire on the first shot. Or if you expect to be using it, you can puncture the CO2 cartridge by firing the weapon in the safe position and then moving it to the fire position when you're ready to shoot projectiles. Finally, I want to talk about carrying your Byrna. Again, this is a personal safety device, personal security device that people are going to want to take with them when they leave the home. So one of the things that we had as a marching order when we designed the Byrna was to make it small enough for concealed carry. So this is my Glock 19. This is a 9mm compact handgun. You can see it is approximately the same size as the Byrna. So the Byrna is dimensionally about the same size as a compact handgun, allowing it to be carried in a holster, concealed carry, in a purse, in the glove box of your car, or in a center console. So we make several holsters, left-hand and right-hand holsters, for both the Byrna with a Crimson Trace laser and without a Crimson Trace laser. These are tactical holsters designed to be quick draw, primarily used by either law enforcement or private security. I'm wearing one of them right now with the orange Byrna. As you can see, it's a very quick draw holster. This one has the Crimson Trace laser on it. Again, very easy, efficient, effective. But for most civilians, you're not going to carry a Byrna on your hip, particularly if you carry the tan or black Byrna, because it looks like a handgun and you will be stopped by the police. So if you're going to carry the Byrna in public, it should be concealed carry. I find that it's very easy to put into the pocket of my vest or my jacket. If I just put my vest on right now, you'll see that it fits easily in my pocket. And because it has a safety, I feel very comfortable carrying the Byrna on a concealed basis, knowing that there'll be no accidental discharge. So it's easy to conceal, it's readily accessible, and I feel safe going out with my Byrna concealed. Thank you very much for your interest in Byrna. I hope you enjoy your Byrna.